Next speaker is Shawnee Harkins, and Shawnee has an incredible story, and I would hopefully influence you to get to know her outside of this, because as you have just witnessed, 6 minutes and 40 seconds is stressful. But Shawnee is a celebrity fitness trainer. She's been in the fitness industry for 15 plus years. She's worked with Dr. Phil, Jillian Michaels, has television shows under your belt. I've known Shawnee, how long have I known you? 7, 8 years. And we met in a professional environment, and I was floored by her. I was truly floored by her, and I watched her career for the next 6, 7 years. And as we started to really bring Spire out from, its startup tables and coffee shops, we reached out to Shawnee, and I said, Shawnee, we kind of need you, actually. We need you to be one of these founding thought leaders for us to share what it's truly like to overcome adversity and challenge in life. In addition to an incredible professional career, she has an incredible personal story. I'm going to let her tell you that. And Shawnee, above all, and I know this personally on a daily basis, is the ultimate motivator. So I'd like to welcome Shawnee Harkins to the stage.
Thank you, Talanya, for your wonderful introduction. Wow. How are we doing? Good. Good. I'm glad all of you could be here today. I'm excited to speak to you. Well, let's just jump into it. I used to be a quadriplegic. And after that, I became a firefighter at the age of 21 with the help of a personal trainer. It was through our journey together that I discovered my passion for personal training. So I left the fire department and I became a personal trainer. I opened my practice in Long Beach, California, and eventually I became a celebrity trainer. Why? Because I was on television and I was training celebrities. I was fortunate to be a part of 2 television shows. Showtime's The Hydra Executives, an entrepreneurial reality show where I represented the health and fitness industry, and Dr. Phil's The Ultimate Weight Loss Race, where I traveled with him with 12 contestants across the nation, transforming them of mind, body, and spirit. From there, I went on to become a bona fide entrepreneur. The Shake Weight Company, remember the Shake Weight? They gave me a call. And they asked me if I was willing to take their product and legitimize it as an actual working fitness product. I had to think about it. I said, will you let me do it my way? They said, yes. I said, I'll get to work. So I designed the program and we launched it in Palm Springs, Santa Monica, and Hollywood, California. From there, I went on to choreograph and star in Shake Weight instructional videos and co-wrote the Shake Weight certification program. That created my pathway to developing content for fitness and sports companies. I developed content for a smartwatch that was launched on the Talk, and I worked with the FitLight trainer to develop sports performance and cognitive training programs, where I was fortunate to work with the NFL, the MLS, the NHL, professional boxers, professional cheerleaders, and I also work with TBI survivors. Well, eventually I saw a need with my clientele. They thought fitness was the name of the game. Some knew that nutrition was important, if not more important, but many did not know that it goes deeper than that. So that's where I developed my 4-pillar system of how to achieve peak performance through the ecosystem of wellness. The 4 pillars are fitness, nutrition, regeneration, and spiritual well-being. Pillar 1. I recommend 5 days of training weekly, 3 days of strength training, 2 days of cardio, and 2 days of active recovery. 150 to 200 minutes of training per week. If your goal is weight loss, add an extra hour. Regular exercise lifts your mood, and take the stairs instead of the elevator, walk the extra few blocks instead of taking the cab. Nutrition. Well, we'll jump into that. And by the way, March is LGBT Health Month. Nutrition. So we have a problem in the LGBT community, and that is we're at a higher risk for eating disorders due to traumatic events and coming out. LGBT teens are at a higher risk for binging and purging, and the average age we develop an eating disorder is age 19. Also, eating disorders are developed due to wanting to alter one's body composition to match how they feel inside and due to gender dysphoria. So what's the solution? Prep your meals every Sunday, no matter your age. It'll help you avoid making bad food choices throughout the week. And if you don't have the time, enlist the help of a meal service company. Also, you want to make sure that you're not skipping breakfast, consume 3 meals a day, 1 to 2 snacks, and consume protein of 0.8 kilograms per body weight. For a male, that's 56 grams if you're sedentary, and for a sedentary woman, that's 46 grams. Regeneration, pillar 3. Trainees tend to overtrain. 1 in 3 adults do not get enough sleep. I once had an entrepreneur tell me that they wanted to increase their energy, to increase their productivity, but they didn't have time to sleep. Ellen DeGeneres gets in 8 hours of sleep per night. We want to consume an anti-inflammatory diet, and you want to tune into your body. Well, all right. And this is my favorite pillar, spiritual well-being. It's not about pushing religion on you. Many are lost or feel overwhelmed. We do not tune in to ourselves. And 48% of LGBT adults are religiously unaffiliated. So, how can we change our life? Because that's the ultimate goal. Rediscover your purpose. Do you know what your purpose is? And if you do, are you living it passionately? Find time to breathe, meditate, and be present. Carve out time in your morning to meditate. The time is yours. If you're feeling stressed, take a deep breath and exhale and do that 9 more times. You will feel better. And be present. Turn off your devices. Tune into the person in front of you. Engage. Do not allow them to be a talking head. And lastly, practice gratitude and kindness daily. This is my social media channels. Please connect with me. I want to follow you back, and after the program, please introduce yourself. I would love to meet each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shawnee. Okay, so we're going to open it up to some Q&A. Shawnee? You're not done yet.
I'm done. Dropping the mic.
Mic drop. All right. Any questions for Shawnee?
What's an anti-inflammatory diet?
Colorful foods. So that is getting rid of gluten, processed food, artificial sugars, caffeine, red meat, alcohol. And
that's a problem, yes.
And I think we're having wine afterwards.
There goes our crowd. Bye. Nice to see you guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here.
But I think it's a really important point is the anti-inflammatory diet. And it's till on your nose and she makes fun of me. I'm always eating and like requiring restaurants to have like cooked vegetables for me. Even if I have to scour the menu for it. So it's one of the most important things that we can do is an anti-inflammatory diet.
Absolutely.
I feel like going off of that, sort of one thing that can be overwhelming for someone that doesn't know what an anti-inflammatory diet is, or is overwhelmed by, count how many grams based on your body weight of protein, whatever. How do you recommend people get started? Like, what's a simple step? We're all here. We all want to be healthier,
Yes.
weller, more well. You know what I mean? So what's a basic step so that you don't get overwhelmed and say, I'm doing everything for 2 weeks and then get burnt out because it is too much?
I love your question. Start with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and know that you're not going to skip breakfast. No matter if you don't have the time or you say that you don't like eat in the morning, you can retrain your brain and your digestive system. So start with a protein shake. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you want to have a complex carb, protein, and source of good fat. Healthy snack, fruits or vegetables. Make sure you're eating about every 2 hours. No fasting. You may fast and lose a couple of pounds, but you will certainly be moody in the process and gain the weight back.
Okay.
Yes.
What would you say your biggest challenge was or has been in building your fitness business, especially previously being, you said you were a quadriplegic?
I was a quadriplegic. I've had 3 traumatic brain injuries, and I've struggled with paraplegia all before my success. So the biggest challenge in developing my business was overcoming adversity, and that was my adversity. My first traumatic brain injury, I was 18 and I was rollerblading and I was involved in a car collision with a Chevy Suburban. I flatlined and my prognosis was to be a vegetable for the rest of my life. I fought for my life. I knew there was more for me. My second TBI, I was attacked and assaulted, and that caused more damage at the age of 20. And at the age of 24, I had a slip and fall, and once again, I was on life support. I didn't end up becoming a successful personal trainer until the age of 26. So my biggest hurdle was fighting for me. I knew that there was a higher purpose, and there was more for me to do once I was given a second chance at life. So once I was able to become a firefighter, become a personal trainer, I just kept a big vision. I kept a big vision. I established short-term goals and long-term goals to reach those goals. I never imagined I would have the opportunity to work with Dr. Phil, but I knew that I wanted to help people, and I was going to do it any way that I could. Thank you.
One more, a couple. We have a little more time for another question.
Can you talk more about the spiritual pillar? Can you say more about that pillar and what does it mean for you?
I'd love to. Yes. So spiritual well-being is my favorite pillar. And again, it's not about pushing religion on you. But if you do subscribe to a religion, faith, or higher power, and you're feeling off, I encourage you to reconnect. I know on days I'm feeling kind of off, I need to reconnect with my faith, and I feel so much better for it. If you don't subscribe to any of that, I'd recommend implementing yoga or meditation into your daily routine so that you feel centered and practicing this every single day.
Any more? Okay, one more.
I'm loving these questions.
Shawnee, what's the balancing act that you have to play with clients when it comes to their own self-image or negative body image or things like that? God knows that's prevalent, especially within the LGBT community, and how it can affect the way we actually address any kind of physical activity, try self-improvement, the sensibility of like, well, I'm never going to look like that, so F it all. So what's your guidance when you've dealt with that with clients or that you have for the room?
I love your question. First, never compare ourselves to others. And always start internally. When you are feeling centered and good and healthy on the inside, the external, the transformation, that physique will naturally happen. So with my clients, I like to start with the mind, your mindset. I want to know, when you're a new client, who's coming to me? What has prevented you from reaching your goal? So I dig a little deep so that I can really get to know my client. And then I start with the heart. I want to know what's in the soul. And then, once I'm able to work with my client of mind and soul, the physical transformation naturally happens. So they're not so hung up on, I got to have this six-pack, and I got to do this, and I got to be that, because you're already feeling high on life, fired up, feeling good. And then you'll see the physical transformation happen, and then you're completely centered. And my goal is for this not to be temporary, but for this to be long-term.
Yes. Thank you, Shawnee.
Thank you. Thank you.